Evelyn lived a quiet life. Her days were filled with routine, a gentle rhythm in the small town she called home. Her husband, Arthur, had been gone for 5 years now. The house felt empty without him. Each creaking floorboard, each tick of the grandfather clock seemed to whisper his name. Evelyn missed his laughter, his gentle touch, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners when he smiled. She spent her afternoons tending her garden, coaxing life from the earth. Roses, Arthur's favourite, bloomed with vibrant colours, their fragrance a bittersweet reminder of their love. In the evenings, Evelyn sat by the fireplace, a cup of chamomile tea warming her hands. The silence was broken only by the crackling fire, the flames casting dancing shadows on the walls. It was in these quiet moments that she felt Arthur's absence most keenly.
Evelyn's life had become a series of quiet echoes, each moment a reminder of the love she had lost.
One cool autumn afternoon, Evelyn decided to clean the attic. Dust motes danced in the sunlight that streamed through the small, grimy window. Old furniture loomed in the shadows, draped in white sheets. As she sifted through boxes of forgotten memories, her fingers brushed against something hard and rectangular. It was a letter, tucked away in a dusty corner of an old cedar chest. The envelope was yellowed with age, the ink faded. Evelyn's heart skipped a beat as she recognized Arthur's familiar handwriting. It was addressed to her, his words a message from a time long past. She carefully brushed away the dust, her fingers trembling slightly. A strange mix of emotions washed over her: curiosity, anticipation, and a flicker of fear.
In that moment, the past and present seemed to converge, and Evelyn felt the weight of time pressing down on her.
Evelyn sat down on a creaky trunk, the letter clutched tightly in her hand. Sunlight streamed through a crack in the wall, illuminating the faded ink. She traced Arthur's handwriting with her fingertip, a wave of longing washing over her. For a long moment, she hesitated. Part of her yearned to open the letter, to hear Arthur's voice again through his words, but another part of her was afraid. What if the letter revealed something painful? What if it dredged up old wounds, regrets she had tried to bury deep within her heart? Evelyn closed her eyes, her breath catching in her throat. The weight of the unopened letter felt heavy in her hand, a tangible reminder of the man she had loved and lost. After all these years, could she bear to open herself up to the past?
The letter was a bridge to a time long gone, and Evelyn stood at the edge, contemplating whether to cross it.
Evelyn closed her eyes, and suddenly she was back in the summer of her youth. She saw Arthur, young and handsome, with a mischievous glint in his eyes. They were at the town fair, the air alive with the scent of popcorn and cotton candy. Arthur had won her a giant teddy bear, his laughter echoing through the warm summer air. They stayed at the fair until the stars twinkled overhead, stealing kisses under the Ferris wheel. Their love had been passionate and intense, fueled by stolen glances and whispered promises. Evelyn had been captivated by Arthur's charm, his zest for life, the way he made her laugh until her sides ached. Memories flooded back: their first date, a picnic by the lake, their first dance, swaying to the music of a crackling jukebox, the day Arthur proposed, down on one knee in her parents' living room.
Evelyn, you are my everything, my forever. Will you marry me?
In her mind's eye, the past was vibrant and alive, a testament to a love that had endured through time and memory. Section 5. The storms we weather together. But their life together had not been without its challenges. Evelyn remembered the arguments, the misunderstandings, the times when their love had been tested.
There were financial worries, the stress of raising a family, the inevitable friction that comes with two people trying to build a life together. I remember the frustration in Arthur's voice during a particularly heated argument, the hurt in his eyes when I said something cruel in the heat of the moment.
She remembered the way they would always find their way back to each other, though. Arthur would bring her a bouquet of her favourite roses, his eyes filled with remorse.
I'm so sorry, Evelyn.
And I would apologize, my voice trembling with regret. I'm sorry too, Arthur.
And slowly, patiently, they would rebuild the bridge between them, their love stronger for having weathered the storm. Section 6. Whispers Across Time. Evelyn opened her eyes, the memories of her life with Arthur both bittersweet and comforting. She glanced down at the letter in her hand, her heart pounding in her chest.
With trembling fingers, I carefully tore open the envelope. The paper crackled softly, the sound amplified in the silence of the attic.
Evelyn unfolded the letter, her eyes scanning the lines of Arthur's familiar handwriting.
My dearest Evelyn,
The letter began, Arthur's words reaching across time to touch her heart. He wrote of his love for her, his unwavering admiration for the strong, compassionate woman she was.
I spoke of our life together, the joys and sorrows we had shared. I expressed my gratitude for your unwavering love and support even during the difficult times.
Section 7. Finding peace in the echoes. Arthur's words washed over Evelyn, filling the silence of the attic with the echo of his voice.
I spoke of my hopes for your future, my desire for you to find happiness and fulfillment even in my absence. Live your life to the fullest, my love. Embrace each day with open arms and never forget how much you're loved.
As Evelyn read the last words of the letter, a tear rolled down her cheek. It was a tear of sadness, yes, but also a tear of gratitude and release. In his final message, Arthur had given her the greatest gift of all, the gift of letting go.
I sat there for a long time, the letter cradled in my hands. The attic was silent, but I no longer felt the oppressive weight of loneliness.
Arthur's words filled the space around her, reminding her that even in death, love has the power to transcend time. Section 8. A heart ready to bloom again. The next morning, Evelyn awoke with a newfound sense of peace. She went about her day with a lightness in her step, her heart feeling lighter than it had in years.
I tended to my garden with care, the scent of roses filling the air. As I worked, I thought of Arthur, his laughter echoing in my memory. I knew that he would want me to be happy, to embrace life with the same passion and joy that we had shared.
Later that afternoon, Evelyn decided to take a walk. She strolled through the town square, her eyes taking in the familiar sights and sounds. Children laughed as they chased each other through the park, their joy contagious.
I smiled, my heart filled with a newfound appreciation for the simple beauty of life. I realized that Arthur would always be with me, in the memories we had made, in the love that continued to bloom in my heart.
As she made her way home, Evelyn noticed a group of children selling lemonade at a stand on the corner. She stopped, a wave of nostalgia washing over her.
Arthur had always loved lemonade, especially on hot summer days. "I'll take a glass," I said to the children, my smile warm and genuine.
As she sipped the tart, refreshing drink, Evelyn felt a sense of closure. The past was gone, but the love she and Arthur had shared would remain with her always, a beacon of light guiding her way forward. And in that moment, Evelyn knew that she was ready to embrace life again with open arms and a heart full of hope.
Evelyn, it's so good to see you out and about. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling at peace, thank you.
And with that, Evelyn walked home, her heart ready to bloom again.